Tonight on NewsWatch 12 at 6, Gold Beach parents are seeking answers after a student was found with a threatening note. And the Klamath Dam removal is officially complete today, the historic landmark, and what's next for the Klamath River coming up. Plus, a video showing the moment of impact between a jet boat and a private watercraft surfaced today. Details on the Oregon State Marine Board discussion and a proposed ban. Those stories and much more news coming up next on NewsWatch 12 at 6.
Watching out for you. This is NewsWatch 12 at 6.
On our top story this evening, parents in Curry County are looking for answers after a student at Gold Beach Junior-Senior High School was found with a threatening note. Thanks for joining us for NewsWatch 12 at 6. I'm Haley Gravitt. NewsWatch 12 broke this story online this afternoon, and Tim Quidadamo joins us live in studio after speaking with parents and the school district today. Tim, what's the latest?
Haley, a handful of parents in Curry County called our newsroom today or reached out via social media with concerns, obviously. I spoke with Central Curry School District 1 Superintendent Eric Milburn, who later issued a press release with some of the same information. He told me that a student at Gold Beach Junior-Senior High School was expelled after a note was found threatening the lives of multiple students and one adult. Later, I spoke with some parents who were concerned about their children's safety. Those parents telling me that this note was actually found on Monday, and a parent whose son was on that list says she wasn't notified until Tuesday morning, but today she kept her kids out of school.
I had friends and family and people I've never even heard of in this community stand with me at the high school, keep their children out of school because they are scared.
Today, the school was placed on a precautionary hold while Gold Beach police and designated school staff searched the school for a weapon. Superintendent Milburn telling me that authorities determined the student had no access to weapons and did not have a developed plan to carry out any threat. Along with speaking to parents and the superintendent, NewsWatch 12 reached out to Gold Beach Police and the Curry County Juvenile Department, who were both part of the ongoing investigation. We're waiting to hear back, and we'll provide any updates both on air and online at kdrv.com. But for now, live in studio, Tim Quidadamo, NewsWatch 12.
Thank you, Tim. And the principal of Roosevelt Elementary School in Medford sharing details of an incident involving an airsoft gun with parents and guardians. In an email to families, the principal says that a student brought an airsoft gun to school with them in their backpack. It was reported to adults, and school resource officers responded right away. The principal shared with families that appropriate disciplinary action has been taken and that there was never a threat to other students or the school. Also on a NewsWatch 12 developing story this evening, we have video today of a summer boat crash on the Rogue River. It comes from one of the boat's passengers. NewsWatch 12's Jerry Howard says that the video surfaced today at a Marine Board meeting in Medford showing the moment of impact between a jet boat and a private watercraft. Jerry.
Haley, the Oregon State Marine Board watched the video during its meeting today in Medford to discuss a proposed jet boat ban on the upper Rogue River. Now, this video is a public record. The video shows the moment a Hellgate jet boat excursions tour boat collided with a private motorboat. The video is blurry. It shows, though, Rogue River boating conditions in Josephine County at the time. It shows a perspective from the jet boat for 25 seconds before the motorboat comes into view. And 5 seconds later on the video, the boats collide. Video shows the motorboat taking a side impact against the front of the jet boat, and passengers reacted. This week, Josephine County Sheriff Dave Daniel told us his crash investigation is done. He's holding the report, though, until the U.S. Coast Guard completes its investigation. Daniel says the crash hurt a person on the Hellgate jet boat who was treated and released by American Medical Response. He says AMR took 2 people from the private boat to a hospital and another person went to an emergency room. The Oregon State Marine Board saw the video when it met today in Medford. It's reviewing a proposal to ban jet boats on the upper Rogue River. Jet boater Taylor Grimes led the effort to protect jet boating while others argued for limits or a ban.
Somebody sat in front of you and laid it all out, and there are studies and all that kind of stuff, I guarantee you jet boats would be no different than an outboard motor on a drift boat raking the bottom of the river, or oars, or wading anglers. And that's just a fact.
Another study found that at water depths of 5 to 9 inches, jet boats lost from jet boat crossings approached 100%, and that included the removal of gravel on the top and the washing away of eggs.
Since the inception of the commercial tour boat company, the upper road usage changed. There's now a significant public safety concern. The upper road is too small and often too shallow to safely accommodate jet boats and other river users simultaneously.
The board noted that its focus is on wildlife and environment and on recreational usage of Upper Rogue River upstream from approximately Gold Hill. The board's next meeting occurs October 23rd. If it proposes any new rules, then it will take more public input. Live in studio, Jerry Howard, NewsWatch 12. Haley?
Jerry, thank you. And one person has been arrested for an illegal marijuana grow site that had over 70 marijuana plants and 20 pounds of processed marijuana. Just look at the size of these plants. The Josephina Marijuana Enforcement Team executed that search warrant on the property of Holton Creek Road and Cave Junction. The property had several other illegal substances, including psilocybin, mushroom extract, and THC gummies. Let's turn over to Storm Watch 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman to give us a look at our conditions for this evening. Another nice day, but feeling summer-like for us, though.
Yeah, still summer-like, a little bit cooler than yesterday, but these temperatures still well above average for highs this afternoon. We're starting to cool things back a bit as we approach sunset. 80 degrees now in Medford. It's 82 in Wairika, 79 in Klamath Falls, and 84 degrees in Brookings. Take a look at your evening planner for the Rogue Valley. Skies will stay clear, and with light winds, clear skies, and very dry air, temperatures will tumble pretty quick through the evening hours. By 9 o'clock, 65 degrees, and we'll be dipping into the 50s by 11. Tonight, a little chilly in the Rogue Valley, down to 43 in Medford, 42 in Grants Pass, still in the 50s in Brookings and along the coast. It's going to be milder, but inland areas, there will be a chill in the air, especially in the basin, down to 35 degrees tonight in Klamath Falls. Tomorrow, it's going to be warmer, though. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures trending on up to around 90 in Medford and Grants Pass, as well as Wairika, 79 in Brookings, and 84 degrees in Klamath Falls. We're tracking a storm system off to our north and west. This will be our big weather maker for the day on Friday. Not going to get wet weather, but winds are going to crank up, and that has prompted a fire weather watch for the east side. We'll talk more about this coming up in your extended forecast, but we could definitely use the rain. Unfortunately, we're going to miss out for an update on the drought and our water year numbers. Here's Storm Watch 12, Sarah Kress.
Most of us think of the end of the year. We think of December 31st, but in terms of the water year, it does end on September 30th. And as we're heading into October now, we have some results from the past year. And unfortunately, we're below average for most of the region. Mount Shasta, though, the outlier, we are above average, about 3 3/4 of an inch above. But it's not looking great for our drought conditions for the region as well. Now, this is the update from last week. We're seeing moderate drought conditions into Jackson County, Klamath, and Lake counties, and we're also seeing some abnormally dry conditions as well. And as we're heading into October, it's not looking too great either. We do have a pretty dry start, not seeing much chances for precipitation, possibly until we head into the second week of October. Now, comparing to what we saw a year ago, it is looking much worse, but not too bad. We still had some of those abnormally dry conditions, but it did continue to get worse as we did make it through the year. As we're heading further into October, we'll continue to keep you updated on what we could possibly expect for more precipitation chances heading further into this year.
Sarah, thank you. And over 1,000 pounds of pet food has arrived to communities in the South. One local Grants Pass organization helping provide relief to those impacted by Hurricane Helene. Tailwaggers Rescue founder Maria Medica tells NewsWatch 12 that she was receiving overwhelming support from our community. Maria telling NewsWatch 12 that anyone can find themselves in a tough spot. Helping others isn't just about the supplies, it's also about showing compassion.
There are dogs and cats outside of your area and in your area that are hungry. And there are kids. I mean, one lady called me, she's got 9 kids and they are hungry.
Taking a look at your screen here, the Tail Waggers Rescue utilizing some of its Grants Pass resources along with Tennessee-based pet stores in stops in Greenville, Tennessee, and then in Atkins, South Carolina. Over 1,000 pounds of kibble, wet dog food, and cat food, as well as 40 gallons of water will help those in need. Maria told NewsWatch 12 she feels hopeful that even small actions can lead to big changes in people's lives. You can find more details on her efforts on our website, kdrv.com. And today marks the end of the world's largest dam removal project as the last portion of the Klamath River's Iron Gate Dam officially withdrawn. While the complete removal of the 4 hydroelectric dams is a landmark moment, the restoration of the Klamath River is only just the beginning. Klamath River Renewal Projects said that it will likely take several years to restore the 2,000-acre lands that were formerly submerged. In Jackson County, the Multi-Use Pandemic Response Center is becoming a reality in Jackson County. The City of Central Point, the Expo, and the county itself partnering to build and manage this facility. Take a look at the upmost dated photos that we have here, what the facility will look like by the spring of 2026. Right now, the groundbreaking just started in July with crews digging and outlining the site.
So this building provides that large facility to be able to do that. When it's not being used for those types of events, which we hope is the majority of its life, the City of Central Point and the Expo Fairgrounds will be managing this facility.
The building will have 8 basketball courts, multi-use rooms, showers, and a concession stand. The next step now is will be laying cement with construction starting in January or February. By next summer, construction will be contained, so overflow parking will be available for those Expo events. Looking at a money alert tonight, the Department of Justice is funding over $2.8 million to support law enforcement in Medford and Lake County. Lake County receiving $2 million and plans to update radio communications for the Sheriff's Department and County Dispatch. The City of Medford receiving over $800,000 and plans to create a mobile incident command center to coordinate emergency responses throughout the Rogue Valley. And Medford City Council has approved over $500,000 in funding to support public spaces, health services, and educational opportunities. The funding was sourced from local and state marijuana tax revenue to create scholarships and healthcare initiatives. Today, the kids at the Grants Pass Boys and Girls Club got a special treat, an up-close look at Mercy Flight's helicopter. Take a look. The helicopter landed in the Boys and Girls Club field this afternoon. It hopes to inspire kids and teens to pursue careers as pilots or in the medical field. The kids were able to watch the helicopter land, meet the pilots, and even sit in the helicopter.
Sorry, I just had one more question. So the development's actually happening on number 2. Number 1 is privately owned. Number 3 and 4 are publicly owned. Why isn't the district just number 2? Why is it all 4 of those parcels?
Well, the whole purpose of the reimbursement district is to be able to recapture the expenses that a developer installs when they put the line in front of parcels that have some development potential.
That was a live look out at the Grants Pass City Council meeting as concerns over homelessness escalating as residents are voicing worries about safety and community impact. Tonight's meeting will also cover the proposed new location of a homeless camp. City officials, including Mayor Sarah Bristol, are seeking solutions, announcing plans for new temporary sites to address the growing issue. We also spoke to business owners near the proposed new homeless campsite.
Well, I really wish that they would find out where these people actually originated from and like why they're here. I mean, I understand like residents of the county that have been like hard on luck, but some of these people aren't even from here. Like maybe find a way to just bring them back to where they are so they could face whatever they're running from.
The mayor has announced plans for 2 temporary locations to assist those experiencing homelessness. One at the future water treatment plant site and another beside the police station. The current site is at 6th and will close soon. Officials are working on a long-term strategy that complies with state law regarding public spaces for individuals in need. Grants Pass leaders are emphasizing the importance of balancing these needs with the community, with the safety of the community. Let's peep one more time into that meeting.
Buckmaster Subdivision Water Main Extension on Leonard Road, and have it read by title only, first reading.
Seconded by Dwayne. Any discussion on the motion? All right, Brian, you made the motion. How do you vote?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Joel?
Yes.
DJ?
Yes.
Dwayne?
Yes.
Valerie?
Yes.
Vanessa?
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
An ordinance of the county.
And NewsWatch 12 is at the meeting right now, and we'll have more updates on what happens coming up tonight on NewsWatch 12 at 11. And the spirit of giving is busy this season in Southern Oregon for NewsWatch 12's 34th annual Coats for Kids campaign. Our viewers were ready to donate coats this fall as soon as our red donation barrels became available. They are at more than 50 locations in Jackson, Josephine, and Klamath counties through October 27th. They are taking new and gently used coats for children who need them this winter. Your donations have supplied 5,000 coats just last year, part of 150,000 coats that we have been able to provide since 1990 with your help. NewsWatch 12 wants to thank you for supporting our annual Coats for Kids campaign. Our website also lists where all of those red donation barrels are. You can again bring in new coats or gently used ones to any red donation barrel of your choice. Whatever your donation is, we want to thank you for doing so.